Hello, it's Jez here from Nigezza.blogspot.com, and I'm here on Festive Thursday. I've decided to schedule videos regularly 3 times a week, and I'm going to have Festive Thursdays. Let's see what I did there. And I'm going to have a simple Sunday, so a quick little project on a Sunday, and then a Tuesday treat, which is a treat for me because it's whatever I decide to do. So it might be a 3D project, it might be a card, it might be an album, it could be anything. Okay, so it'll be a treat because you won't know. Okay, so we're using this stamp set today, which is the half full, which is in the holiday catalogue, and I absolutely love I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, but if white runs out, I'll drink red, which is, you know, something that I've laughed about for years on little memes on the internet. So I knew that, I'd really want to make cards with this. And then there's some other lovely sentiments as well on it. And I actually think that this stamp set, I would actually use every single one of the elements of it. And normally there's maybe one that you're like, nah, I'd never use that, but this one I'd use it all. And I was delighted to receive this at the weekend on Sunday from Sam from Pootles, who gifted one of these to each one of her team members. So all of the Pootlers got one of these. So we made a few cards on Sunday, and I'm going to show you one that I made, and then I'm going to show you how I made it. So I made this card, which is casing Sam's design, and can you see there is some glossy effects there on the glass bottle and the glass. So I'm going to show you how I achieved that. So I got a piece of basic black, which is half a piece of A4, scored in half, folded in half. And then I've got a mat there in rich raspberry, which is just cut 1/4 of an inch smaller, so that there's an 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And then I've cut 3x4 in basic black, and then 1/4 of an inch smaller on this. Actually, I think it's an 1/8 of an inch. All measurements will be on my blog. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is stamp this background. So I've already mounted my stamps, and I'm using Memento ink because I am going to colour with my alcohol markers. So rather than change ink over, I'm just using the Memento for all of it. So ink it up, and I'm just lining it up there, and then I'm just going to do one below and one below that, and then we'll go off the page. And then I'm just sticking that glass kind of in. Can you see that? So we've got a little bit of a pattern going on there. So the stem goes sort of in the middle, and then it fits quite nicely. And the rich raspberry is sort of the colour of red wine. Do you like red or do you like white? I actually am ambidextrous when it comes to wine. I can drink both, but I do like a lovely, lovely, lovely red wine. So that's the background done, and now we're going to do the stamping on the top, and I'm simply going to do a wine glass, a wine bottle, and my sentiment. So stick my wine glass there, stick my wine bottle next to it, straight I hope. Marvellous. And then the Merry Christmas, and I really like the font of this Merry Christmas. I think it's really nice. There we go. Slightly skew with maybe that bottle. It's fine. Fine. So that's all my stamping done. I'm just going to clean off the memento because I don't want my nice new stamps to get permanently stained with black. Oh, there's a bottle because I'd already inked that up. Right, move that to one side so I don't lose it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to use my Rich Raspberry alcohol markers to colour my wine glass. So I'm using the brush end. Just sat down there, my back was aching. So I'm going to use the brush end and I'm just going to colour in the light, and then I'm going to get the dark and I'm just going to go down there, and then I just come back in with it, and then I just do roundy motion. And it blends quite nicely. We want a little bit more of an effect there. Add a bit more. And they blend quite nicely, and then you get that sort of darkened look on the edge and lighter to the one side to give the effect of it being a round glass. Just add a bit more until you're happy. Okay, and then we do the same when colouring the bottle. Just checking there, I did have the light one because they do look similar. I really need to wear my glasses because I have gone outside the lines a few times with alcohol markers. It's not too bad, but I did one with a watercolour. So I'm just going down where those stripes are. I'm doing top and bottom separate so that it doesn't dry on me. There we go. Carry on at the bottom. So therapeutic colouring in. Yesterday I had 2 teeth taken out, one of them a wisdom tooth, and once the anaesthetic had worn off and I was waiting for my painkillers, my oral painkillers to kick in, I made a card that involved colouring in, and it was so relaxing. It really took my mind off it. I mean, kind of like Sherlock Holmes when he goes to his special place. It's kind of how I felt. I was somewhere else. Now I'm just going to get my lifter and get rid of that. I went over a bit. There, that's better. So there we go. Got that sort of nice effect. Now I haven't got all of the markers, so I don't have anything. I've got blue, and I've got Night of Navy, and I've got Bermuda Bay, which wouldn't look right for the labels. So I'm going to use a combo here. I'm going to use my watercolours, and I've got Pumpkin Bark Pie, Calypso Coral, and I've got Daffodil Delight. And I'm just doing a little random colour on here of each of the colours, and then I'm taking my aqua painter and I'm just going to move that colour around and sort of swish it together, because sometimes wine label bottles, they're not one colour, and I thought this one is going to have this sort of effect. Which I quite liked. And then to do the cuff, I'm taking my basic black watercolorer, and I'm just going to do a stripe down there where that stripe was, and then I'm just going to paint down it and then literally go across, pulling the colour all the way across. So you have kind of that effect of it going round. You see? Okay, I do like a bit of colour in. Right, now to get this effect of the wine, I'm using my fine tip glue pen. You may have other things, glossy accents, crystal effects. There are a few things that might do this effect, but the fine tip tube glue pen I quite like because it's quite easy to keep within the line. So you just squeeze a bit out and then move it where you want it. Now you can either just do where the wine is, or you can do the entire glass. I'm just going to do where the wine is for this because it'll be quicker. There we go. And then you do the same just on the bottle bit. And the glue doesn't run, it stays put. And then the same on the bottom. So once I've squeezed a bit out, then all I'm doing is moving it where I want it. A little bit more of a squeeze at the bottom there. If you feel it needs a bit more. Oh, right big bubble there. There we go. And that's it. Got a bubble there, which I need to pop. Okay, so that's what you get, and then you just leave it to dry. It doesn't take that long to dry. And here's one I did earlier. Can you see how nicely that dries? And this one I did go over the whole glass, but I didn't go over the label. Okay, and you can see on this one where I've watercoloured, I've gone out the line a bit and I don't like it, so I actually did another one, and then I fussy cut it, and I'm going to stick that over the top, so it looks like we've got 2 bottles of wine, one behind the other. Actually, I'm going to stick it on before I stick it all together before I stick that on. Right, so just a matter of assembling. I'm going to use some fast fuse for quickness. Oh, this one needs trimming. Excuse me. There we go. I might trim that a little bit. Stick this on. I was trying to teach somebody in class the other day. Line it up the top, make sure the sides are done, and then just drop it. And so she lined it up and then she dropped it and it went squiff. Which wasn't quite my instructions. Right, I'm just going to trim that little bit off there because it'll annoy me. I've left me Stampin trimmer in the other room, so I'm using a country brand one there. There we go. So that's what I want, and I'm going to stick that up with dimensionals so it pops up a bit. Brand new dimensionals. Go me. Push it bolt out. Right. One on each corner, one in the middle. I don't know if you can hear that drill, but this video is probably going to be ever so slightly late because I've got builders in. I've had them in all week, putting double glazing in. Now I thought double glazing was a simple matter of take your old ones out, put new ones in. But no, I've got Victorian, it's a Victorian house, so it was like the major boxes that the sash, weights for the sash window would have originally sat in. So it is a major construction of taking them out and then refilling. Now, do I want that slightly up, slightly down, in the middle? I'm going to put it slightly up, I think, like so. And then I'm going to stick this one slightly to one side over it to cover up my little mistake. There is no mistakes in crafting, just happy accidents. I'm going to move it slightly down there, and then that's that splodge. So slightly different. That one's done on differently, and that one's done a bit higher. So there we go. So, oh, and what I like to do is finish off in the centre. So with this one, I just simply stamped another glass, a little bit of holly, and that lovely Happy Christmas sentiment. So the inside of the card has just got a nice little effect. Okay, so I hope you like that. All details are over on my blog, nigezza.blogspot.com, and if you'd like to purchase anything, just click on my shop, and I'd love you to shop with me. Okay,